enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday. On this Monday, man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional Tron Halls, and y'all know we have Music Monday, which we are talking about today. Sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it's free to sign up. Or, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. But, of course, we got a food section, a sports section, and obviously a music section. Where, of course, if I don't get the content out in time, most likely that's the place you will probably find it there first, because we got a tight, good community over there, man. So free to sign up. Again, Music Monday, man. So pretty much I'm only gonna be on this joint for like an hour. So pretty much I just want to cover, some major heavy hitters that's going on in the music industry. I'm not gonna cover them all. Like I know normally I've been covering like the Diddy updates like around the clock, but to be honest, man, no disrespect to Diddy, but I mean, sounds like the judge is gonna make him, hey, you gotta wait to what I'm gonna make my final decision on, right? Okay, because I mean, he has been trying to come home, at least spend some time with his family members, which I can't knock him for that. So again, not gonna be covering Diddy tonight, but we are gonna be talking MF Doom. I got a story up on that one. Ironically, there are some MF Doom dunks, so we can kind of tie that into sneakers. But apparently, his likeness is used for counterfeit Temu products, right? Okay. There's a lawsuit brewing about that one. Now, fun fact, right? Well, I ain't gonna say it's a fact. Well, it is a fact, but I'm not gonna say where. But for the people who know why I probably particularly chose this topic about Temu products, if you're in the Discord, you most likely know why, right? Okay. And then we're going to transition on to Dame Dash. He's been going through it as well. An arrest pretty much demanded that he offer, by the lawsuit, that he pretty much give over what he was supposed to give to Josh Weber, right? Okay, so we're going to cover that and see if Dame actually really did it. Then we're going to transition on to Megan Stallion and her lawyers pretty much accuse a vlogger of deleting messages with Tory Lanez's father. I know. Why are we still covering Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez in 2025? Probably the short answer or the simple answer is because there's too many holes and suspect situations in that story for people to just kind of let it go. I mean, it could be some, well, this is really what happened type of shit. We don't know. But a lot of people have still got a lot of question marks about it, right? Okay. I will say this, it is a beautiful picture of Megan Thee Stallion up on my screen, and I will be covering that tonight as well. Again, I ain't had nothing to do with it, but, I just kind of read what's out there. And then also, YNW Melly, we're going to do an update on this one. Pretty much he'll be retrial for his double murder case. It's been delayed until 2027. If you think about it, if I'm not mistaken, YNW Melly has been pretty much locked down for 8 years. He's pled not guilty. The first one was a mistrial. He has not been granted bond in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, it's not looking good for him. But at the same time, I mean, if they don't have anything against him, my thing is this: the prosecutors better find something to stick, because if he walks, right, that's a huge lawsuit waiting to happen. And probably not only that, if I had to guess, the prosecution, somebody getting fired. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, this one is one of those, like, you guys, cool. Let's just say he did do it. If you can't prove it and you know you don't have the proof, I mean, this is my thing. You got to know when to just take your L's. You know what I mean? But again, who knows, right? It could go really, really left for YNW Melly. Again, I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just kind of putting the information that's already out there. So y'all know I've been covering the YNW Melly case for quite some time, and I'm definitely going to do my very best to stay on top of that and keep that updated as well. So we're going to cover that tonight. And then Kodak Black. I've seen stories like blowing around him for with him and his baby mamas and this and the third, but I didn't want to cover that because, to be honest, I know what you're saying. Like, this is probably about to sound contradicting. For Music Monday, I really don't like to cover people's like personal lives per se. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it's all kind of personal at the end of the day when you really think about it. But that's not my goal. I don't want to talk about the man's family, this and the third, but the Kodak story that we're covering tonight is going to be Kodak Black faces $10.6 million lawsuit over the 2022 Super Bowl party shooting, right? Okay, which if I'm not mistaken, he got popped in the leg too. Now, again, why they're suing him, I don't know, but maybe they had to throw the name on somebody. And if I had to guess, right, and I don't know if this is a civil suit, so we'll have to go down this further. But if it's a civil suit, they're just looking for some money. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. We are in some hard times now. A lot of people probably didn't anticipate this probably coming fruition. But at the same time, that just kind of goes as we go through like certain changes every 4 years. You know what I mean? So, yeah, very interesting. You know what I mean? So we're going to cover that to close out for the night as well. I think I'm going to start with the MF Doom trademark infringement story. And again, I'll see if I can pull up the sneakers real quick. MF Doom dunks because I know like the homie Dunks, he really liked these joints. I know Kwame liked these Dunks right here. So let me see if I can actually just find them real quick. MF Doom Dunks. Let me see if I can just find them. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this sneaker before, so this pretty much inspired me, the reason why I wanted to even cover this tonight as well. I know for a fact these joints are not cheap on the resale market either. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find like what they are going for on the resale market as well. Let me see if I can go to StockX too. Let me just do a little bit more little legwork real quick before I start sharing my screen, because y'all know when I get the party started, I'll be going in. And of course, as y'all coming in and out, definitely smash that like button and sub up if you haven't done so already, man. Of course, y'all let me know if audio and visual is okay as well. I really appreciate that. Let's see, MF Doom. Let's see, Dunk. I'm gonna type this in right here. So, ironically, right, because the guy obviously has a presence. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm going to share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds, making sure I'm going to stay right at that hour mark, because y'all see that I got a lot of stories that I want to cover. So sharing my screen, boom, you guys should be seeing this. Here we are right here. This is the MF Doom Dunk High, right? Okay, you can buy now for $3,000. You know what I'm saying? This right now, or overall, is the lowest on this joint is $1,350. But in my size, if I wanted them, I need to come off 3,000 of them things. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if Dunks wanted them. He need to come off pretty much, that's $2,998. He need to come off $3,000 of them things. I'm not coming off $3,000 for that. You know what I'm saying? What's the cheap end on this? Which size is the cheap one? We're seeing this right here where they can get the average. That's an 8.5. You know, the 8.5 is the low joint. To each their own for sure. Hey, if you got it and you want to spend it. Now, these came out in 2007. You know what I'm saying? So, this is still a sneaker channel, too. I want to throw that out there, right? Okay. So, pretty much, yeah. This is the MF Doom joint. And it's a classic, timeless sneaker. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, no matter how you slice it and dice it. Now, let's go ahead and just transition on to MF Doom real quick. Says MF Doom's name and likeness is in a counterfeit Temu products multi-million-dollar lawsuit alleges, and this is posted August the 11th, which to the best of my knowledge, that's today. Let me just double check my date to make sure I'm not going crazy. Yeah, that's today. Pretty much, it says the lawsuit cites multiple examples of, or sites, I'm assuming that's sites, but I guess that's kind of, it technically kind of reads that too, if you think about it. It depends on, this is probably the confusion with English language, by the way, but it says pretty much where we are real quick. It says cites multiple examples of alleged willful infringement. So pretty much it's posted like August the 11th. MF Doom is the picture of him up on the screen. Temu willingly and maliciously infringed upon trademarks associated with the late rapper's legend MF Doom, a new lawsuit alleges. It says in August the 11th, dated court documents viewed by Complex Gas Draws LLC and established in 2011 by Doom and his wife, Jasmine Dumai Thompson, accuses Wallow and Company, or Willico and Company, doing business as Temu of multiple alleged infractions. Among them are trademark infringements, unfair competition, and a misappropriation of likeness. Again, man, this stuff kind of happens all the time, and it kind of sucks. Just imagine, but as long as you got your stuff where you got a trademark, think about it. Nike them go through this all the time. You know what I'm saying? As well as if you think of like music artists who put the song out, use this beat, and they own it, and then somebody else pretty much raps over it or makes a you know, they make their own version of it, but you can tell where the inspiration came from. If you use too much of somebody else's stuff for inspiration, you're most likely gonna get sued. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you slice it and dice it. I see you, Slayer says West Gucci Gang, West Gucci Sneaker Gang 100. What up, Slayer? What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all coming out. But yeah, you're most likely gonna get sued. You know what I'm saying? And I say all that to say, like, when me and Dunks was creating merch, which I never really officially dropped, we dropped some, but then we took it down because we wanted to do it the right way, which obviously that adds up. But pretty much when Dunks was coming up with all these great ideas and great designs, I was like loving them, but I was like, dog, this is gonna be a law. If this shit pops off, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. So I didn't take it there, and he's like, you can't do nothing. And I'm like, dog, you can't use nobody else's logo. You know what I mean? That's just my whole thing about it. And for the people who have done that, it's like, yeah, it popped off, but you know, Nike them not gonna strike until you make it big. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to stay on the lower level, then yeah. But then obviously these people was making enough where obviously it's caught attention. Some people don't care. Some people don't care if you made $5, $10. They want theirs. You know what I'm saying? Some people wait till it add up and then we just noticed it, now we're suing you. You know what I'm saying? Because they got time. You know what I'm saying? They can let it add up easily. It says the gas draws own trademarks in question have been damaged by Temu's knowing and systematic marketing and sales of counterfeit versions of the brand's trademark of products bearing counterfeit and or confusing and virtually identical trademarks. Lawyers argued in the California filed federal case. The alleged actions, they further argue, also devalue Doom's status of his hip hop Melly, right? Okay, so yeah, again, I'm not gonna sit up here in front like I listen to a lot of MF Doom, but I definitely like being in the sneaker world. I can't help but not know of him. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say I've been the one that's like constantly always listening to him, right? Okay, but I know he's obviously got a big following. It says a judgment against Temu should include the following documents or developments. That's the word I'm looking for. Among others, per gas draws, the awarding of all damages, legal costs, and attorney fees in order bearing Temu from repeating the alleged infractions, and the immediate recall and removal of the products in question. Numerous examples are cited in Monday's 32-page filing, ranging from T-shirts to art and to art prints. So again, what they're asking for, like, I'm assuming, hey, one, stop it, because I'm pretty sure they sent the cease and desist and they probably kept going. So, and again, this is just my best educated guess. I don't know what the hell happened, but I'm assuming they sent that joint, like, stop it. They didn't stop it. They sued them. Now they want everything plus their lawyer fees, because the people who are quick to throw out the word, I'll sue you, I'm very convinced that those people probably never actually sued anybody, and or they never really been to court and been through legal proceedings, right? One thing I think anybody who's ever been through legal proceedings, and I talked this up from, you know, the big dogs at work to the Joe Schmoes like me, right? Filing lawsuits and or going to court in general is not cheap if you're trying to fight for your right, even if you're in the right, okay? I hopefully I didn't confuse you on that one, but safe to say, people are like, why don't you go to court, do this, that, and the third? I'm like, dog, I tried that route, and I'm still recovering, dog. I know somebody else I just talked to roughly about last week. They went all the way up to the Supreme Court from what they told me, and they said, yeah, they're still paying the shit back. You know, they didn't let me know how it go, but they let me know it's some BS. You know what I'm saying? Where if you got to take it all the way up there like that, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Again, the higher you go, the more it costs. So if you look at somebody, and I know I said I wasn't going to talk about Diddy tonight, but if you think about it, right? Somebody on a level of like Diddy's case, and the way his attorneys is filing, they're spending a lot of bread. You know what I'm saying? The attorneys, I'll put it this way, the attorneys don't work for free. And I know what you're saying, well, there's the pro bono joints. Trust me, if they work pro bono, they may sell it to the public that they're doing this because I really wanted to do this out of kindness of my heart. They're looking for a check on the back end. You know, if I'm willing to bet, you know, I can't prove it, but I'm almost positive they're looking for something. You know what I'm saying? Nothing in life, especially in America, in my opinion and allegedly, is for free. You know, point blank period. Right before I got on this joint, y'all know what I was doing? Paying bills. You know what I mean? It says, given the extent of Temu's alleged actions, lawyers say that there is cause to believe consumers may have been confused about the legitimacy of these products. Even worse, lawyers argue fans may have been falsely misled into thinking that Doom's trademark owners had entered into some sort of agreement with Temu, which they have not. So there you go right there with that joint there. So like, they're not playing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to take that away from like them or anything like that. But at the end of the day, right? And I just want to see if I can pull this up real quick. But at the end of the day, somebody's got to stand up for you. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, right? MF Doom, one thing I want to say too, RIP, because I just double checked that he died, right? October 31st of 2020. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about it, he's been gone for what? We're in 2025. We're knocking on 5 years. It's 4 years. So somebody, this is the estate taking action. And it kind of reminds me of kind of like the Marvin Gaye family. How many people try to sample his stuff and they don't go through the proper clearances? Or they probably do, but some tells me the Marvin Gaye family, they ain't you. It almost is not. You're not gonna make. They're gonna make majority of the money if the song is a hit. You know, so you gotta really make. If you sampling, I feel like this. If you're sampling like a Marvin Gaye song, you gotta really make it count. You know, it says right, bro. Let me read this real quick. It says, in some of the argument Temu's, which they have not. It says, given the extent of Temu's alleged actions, lawyers say there is a cause to believe that customers may have been confused. We read that part. Even worse, lawyers argued fans may have been falsely misled into thinking Doom's trademark owners have entered into some sort of agreement with Temu, which they have not. Again, Temu, for the people who don't know, I've never shopped at Temu, but I have heard of the name a lot like that. If I'm assuming is where you can get very similar products to what you like, instead of getting the authentic product that costs so much money, you go to Temu's and you go get, a Temu version, but it's something always off about it. But some people say, hell, close enough. I think that's just how they treat the Temu joint. It says the Gas Draws legal team says that the Temu's alleged actions make the company liable for treble damages, attorney fees, and statutory damages of up to $2 million per counterfeit mark per type of goods sold, offered for sale, or disputed. Treble damages, for those unfamiliar, are claimed at the case involving especially flagrant violations, meaning that the plaintiff can be awarded triple the amount of actual damages. So if Temu, if them is smart, if they feel like they don't have a strong argument, they could, like, case in point, whatever they're asking for, the judge could award them like triple the amount. So say like it's like, all right, we suing for $1 million. They could give you, the judge like, all right, cool, y'all win. Here's $3 million. You know what I'm saying? Probably even more than that, because I'm assuming they're asking for probably a little bit more than that, if I had to guess. It says court docs viewed by Complex also included more zoomed out criticism of Temu's business practices at large. And from the complaint's opening page, for example, Temu is said to be widely understood as one of the most unethical companies operating in today's global marketplace. Indeed, Temu has faced questions of legitimacy in the past, even as recently as just a month. Let me see what they're talking about on this one. So, I thought everybody already knew that the shit from Temu, and I'm not judging here, but I thought everybody already knew if you got your shit from Temu, it wasn't, it ain't the, allegedly it's not the real deal Holyfield. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is pretty much this. They've been accused of stuff like this in the past. Now, I never been to Temu and copped any of this stuff, but again, this is probably where it comes true, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I've never been to the website, but apparently you can get everything you're looking for on there for nothing. Now, I think the stuff... Now, I will say this. I have talked to some people in person who actually buy stuff from Temu, get it shipped over here, and if the shit don't fit right... That's another thing, too, I've heard from multiple people, men and women, that, yeah, I got the shit from Temu, but, hell, one sleeve longer than the other, or this one, you know what I'm saying? It's some always fucking wrong with it. But they, in their eyes, it's worth it because, hell, if they get what they get on the images, hell, they're happy, Again, they just faced this. This article comes from July 28, 2025. This is the Chinese online retailer Temu has accused of European Union watchdogs on Monday of failing to prevent the sale of an illegal product on the platform. So, again, a lot of these people have this stuff trademarked. You're not supposed to do this. Even if that is the same damn shit, you're not technically supposed to do that. If they got a trademark, case in point, this is why, like, buying and selling counterfeit stuff is technically supposed to be illegal. Do people do it anyway? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you have to really... Temu is kind of one of those, what the hell to kind of... I wouldn't have my hopes up. I'll put it like that. It says Gas Draws LLC takes its name from a track off of the 1999 Operation Doomsday album. Doom, born Jamal Daniel Thompson, died October 2020. News of his death was not made public, however, until December of that year, with Jasmine, his widow, revealing it in a statement at the time that her husband had transitioned. And they put that in quotations on October 31st. So this is a picture right here on Instagram. Homie always wore the mask and stuff like that. So again, no judgment zone over here, but I do want to say RIP to MF Doom, especially for the diehard fans and stuff like that, man. So I wanted to make sure I covered that story for sure, especially as much as we keep up with his stuff, like his dunks and what have you. You know what I'm saying? I figured we definitely needed to cover this story. So let's go and transition on to Mr. Dame Dash. So I think we're making great time in here. We're gonna cover his lawsuit update, right? Okay, Dame. This is the thing. We all feeling it in 2025, dog. But at the same time, one thing I can say, just paying bills alone has already been killing me. I can only imagine if some legal shit came up, and I don't want to ever have to go through. But it says Dame Dash arrest demanded by lawsuit opponent. So pretty much they're supposed to pay him, and I guess he hasn't been living up to what he's supposed to do. It says Dame didn't turn over copyrights in films that his team promised they would be in Josh Weber's hands by August 7th. So think about this, it's the 11th, right? Okay, so this article was posted on August 8th. So pretty much we're going to do this, and then I got the updated version on the 9th. So we're going to cover both of these real quick. It says filmmaker Josh Weber has requested that Dame Dash be arrested for failing to comply with the court-ordered asset seizure. Seizure. So pretty much of his copyrights in film. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much they're supposed to take the stuff that obviously is supposed to be this guy's, right? In a legal letter obtained by Complex, the law office of Brown and Rosen LLC that represents Weber claimed to a judge that Dash did not provide the links or the United States Copy Office dispository request by August 7th. The document also mentions social media posts from Dame Dash to prove his non-compliance. Dash is posting on social media about his lake life and bucket hats, along with having the audacity to post that Mr. Dash has signed the white lesbian Aaliyah to Blue Rock Records. He reads, wow. Let me see if I can play this shit. Hold on. I gotta see. Hold on. Let me see if I can play this real quick. I didn't even. Hold on. Let me see. Dame Dash wildin', bro. Dame. First off, I don't care how old Dame Dash is. Put a motherfucking shirt on, dog. Please. Thank you. Shit.
We want to celebrate all the W's. And today we're celebrating that we got home safe from the ranch and that Dusko caught his first fish in his river. And now he's going to try to catch his first fish in the lake with Grandpa. Now, another thing we're celebrating is a bucket is a very intricate thing. Not every bucket is a good bucket. Like, not all money is good money. So it's taken us a year to design.
Why is he talking with his, like, teeth like his wired shut? Or am I tripping? Like, his mouth, like, he bit down. He not talking like how I'm moving. Like, you can see inside of my mouth, pause. This dude's like, let's talk like, bro, stop.
The bucket of what makes me comfortable, and we finally got the right bucket, the right fit. Not all buckets are good bucket, but this bucket, fuck it. Celebrate the W's.
Bro. Alright, Dame. You know what I'm saying? This dude is wilding. You know what I'm saying? So apparently this is like Dame recruited like Nicki to sign this. I don't see if I can play this. Like as Garen, this is like the white Aaliyah. I don't know if I want to play any of the music, but this is from TMZ. All right, cool. We'll leave that alone right there because I don't want to get nothing like struck down from the channel. It says, because of the issues, Weber's team wants Dash to be issued an arrest warrant and to be ordered to appear in court August 13th at 10 a.m. Yeah, Dame, dog, whatever it is, just do what you gotta do, man. It says the news of Dame Dash or Dash's alleged non-compliance comes days after Weber's attorney told the court that Dash and his company, Publican LLC, has begun complying with the order to turn over the copyrights in film, but had yet to complete it. At that time, Dash attorneys Natera Bushring, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, assured Weber's attorney that the outstanding ownership certificates would be provided to them, but no later than August 7th. Dash and Weber's legal battles continues even though Weber was awarded $800,000 in his defamation lawsuit against the Rockefeller co-founder. The case came out of the battle credit of the movie Dear Frank. In July, Dash spoke about the situation in an interview with The Art of Dialogue, suggesting that the companies that he's been forced to sell to satisfy the judgment don't mean much to him. I don't have too much in my name, Dash explained, so the things that they are in my name are companies that I don't even know exist, don't make money, and or from years ago. Dash also suggested that losing $800,000 and considered a W in anybody that is a real businessman world, before claiming that anyone who's worried about what is another man's pocket is you know what. And I'm not going to repeat that for YouTube purposes, but yeah, Dame is talking his trash like, dog, Dame, if you got it, you would have went on and just paid it. But at the same time, maybe Dame feel like he wasn't in the wrong and saying like, hey, I'm not going to pay this ish. You know what I mean? Think about it. This man was the Mr. And if Dunks was on here, this was the same guy that was like, you'll never see me wearing the same shirt twice type of guy. I'm not saying he's back on that, but I mean, he is about business, but you know, you can tell the difference between him and Jay. They don't came a long way. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely different. Looks like we got Manny with the kicks in the building. Says, Europe. What up, Manny's? What up? Says Dame Dash turned over 2 movies to the filmmaker after the arrest warrant threat. Says he has until August 13th to share the rest of what's needed in the judgment. Says after handing over the links to the 2 films, Dame Dash has until August 13th to hand over the rest of the key assets in his legal fight with filmmaker Josh Weber as he continued to deal with the possibility of the arrest warrant. Says in a letter obtained by Complex that was filed on August 9th, Weber's legal name as Brown and Rosen LLC informed the judge that while Dash has partially complied with the court order to hand over the film and music assets, several major items are still missing. Manny with a kick says, chill, Polo, he got veneers. Dog, no, you saw that damn video. Dog, I get it. He may have veneers, but you supposed to be able to still, you know, talk with your, you know, open and close. This dude talking like his mouth is wired shut. Maybe it is. You know, that's just what I saw. You saw it too. Dash has now provided links to 2 films, Honor Up and 2 Honorable, which are being reviewed to verify that they match the versions being distributed by BET. Weber's attorneys allege that Dash has yet to transfer the copyright for the document Mr. Untouchable to the U.S. Marshals, referring to it as a clerical error that Dash lawyer ensured would be fixed by August 13th. Weber's attorney also alleged that Dash hasn't paid the U.S. Copyright Office for copies of the deposit records, delaying the auction of his assets, and has filed to provide a full list of music-related property and bank account information for the Blue Rock records. Weber's attorney want the court to issue an order requiring Dash to provide a complete inventory of Blue Rock's assets, give them the company's banking details, and to give Mr. Untouchable to the U.S. Marshals by August 13th. If I had to guess, Dame Dash is playing hardball in his own way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the guy is this is my thing, dog. I've always said this. You may make $1 million by accident, maybe even 2 million, but hell, you don't make double digit millions by accident without being smart, you know, or having some type of, you know, hustle in you, so to speak. I ain't gonna say just necessarily smartness, but just knowing how to move, you know. And I think Dame Dash is obviously showing you he can, you know, he gonna take the cards that's in front of him, you know. This update to Dash case comes days after Weber and his teams accused Dash of non-compliance and requested for him to be arrested. In a letter to the judge, they cited missing deadlines and Dash social media posts as evidence he didn't want to comply with the court's order. One way or another, Weber is making sure to get that $800,000 defamation judgment that he won against Dash in 2022. The court ordered Dash to surrender certain copyrights, films, and full ownership of Blue Rock Records to satisfy it. Dash, however, continues to downplay the judgment and what he has been forced to part with to satisfy it. He says, I don't have too much in my name, Dash explained to the Art of Dialogue, which I've kind of already read that. So things that are in my name and companies I don't even know exist, don't make money in or from years ago. So Dame Dash is trying to play hardball here. Can you borderline blame him? Question mark. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Again, at the end of the day, somebody owe you something. If you feel like you were rightfully wrong done, what are you going to do? Now let's transition on to Meg Thee Stallion's lawyers accused blogger for deleting messages with Tory Lanez father. Dog, I'm so over this Meg and Tory story in general. The shit was obviously one of those a wild night gone wrong situations, no matter who did what, right? It says Meg, let's see, where we at real quick? It says Megan sued Margot Cooper last October alleging a campaign of harassment. This is updated on August 8th. Meg Thee Stallion lawyers says that Margot Cooper, the blogger she sued last year, destroyed evidence by deleting thousands of messages from the phone. Among them were a communication between the defendant and Tory Lanez's father, Sunstar Peterson. It says in the court documents related to the recent hearing viewed by Complex, Megan's lawyers cite Cooper's alleged deletion of communications, including those with Sunstar Peterson, as one of the several concerns they have about the discovery process. It says, despite good faith attempts, as a counterfeit defendant has presented a well-reasoned explanation for the mass deletion of thousands of messages from her cell phone, Megan's lawyer write in the documents dated August 6th, a redisposition of Lanez is also mentioned in the documents as far as one of for the Caesar McDowell and Tory Lanez lawyer. This is my thing, dog. I feel like no matter how you slice and dice it, Tory cannot catch a break on his whole Meg Thee Stallion situation. Not saying he deserves one. I'm just saying that holy shit, dude. Homie's already been trial. He's got the L. He's been trying to like appeal it, but I mean it ain't been going nowhere. What else is he supposed to do? Says the hearing itself took place on Thursday, August 5th. In another Florida court document, a screenshot from Cooper's phone is mentioned among exhibits, with the screenshot said to show a deleted folder related to Tory's father. News of Megan taking legal action against Cooper first broke last October, with the blogger, also known as Marlargo Grams on social media, being accused of campaign of harassment and cyberbullying. That's one word I'm not a fan of. Related to Lane's 2022 shooting conviction. Because I think it went down in 2020 and he got convicted in 2022. It's time to hold bloggers accountable for years of harassment, cyberbullying, and publication of misinformation about my personal life. Megan said in a statement shared at the time, I've endured countless attacks on the character based on false narratives from social media bloggers misrepresenting themselves as journalists. It's unacceptable behavior, and these individuals need to understand there will be repercussions for recklessly posting lies and determinary falsehoods. It says in 2023, Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years in prison, with George Gleason then serving in Los Angeles County District Attorney, commending Megs for her incredible bravery and voluntarily during the much publicized case, which the case was heavily publicized, right? Okay. I never forget when that shit went down, right when I walked in the barbershop. My barber, hey, you think he did it? I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck happened because I wasn't there, right? But that's an update on the Meg and pretty much, I guess, Tory case / like, I guess the vlogger that she's suing. So I will say this, dog. Meg is moving like a G. She ain't going crazy on social media. She's still living her life, talking to Klay Thompson, and she up there, she dropping songs here and there and keeping it moving. She's lost a lot of weight. She appears unbothered, but she's just handling business the way you're supposed to. You don't gotta fight back on social media. Cool, I'll take your asses to court. You know what I'm saying? Fight that way, bag up that way. Which y'all know me, I'm not a fan of court, but that's just how the game go. Says YNW Melly retrial for double murder delayed until 2027. This is the next story real quick, and then we'll close out in the last roughly 5 to 10 minutes on the Kodak Black case, and then we will be ready to wrap this thing up here for the night. So it says the Murder on My Mind rapper first trial was in 2023. Keep in mind, Melly's been locked down for 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. YNW Melly will have to wait even longer for a double murder case against him being resolved. The rapper, who has been in jail in Florida since early 2019, has had a retrial delayed until early 2027 thanks to the decision by the state's 4th District Court of Appeals. Says the court decided during a hearing on Friday, August 8th, that the Murder on My Mind rapper trial would not begin next month as previously planned. Instead, they will be delayed until January as the appeal court considers a motion by the state attorney's office relating to what kind of evidence will be allowed in the courtroom. Melly's case originally ended in a mistrial back in 2023. The state's second shot has been held up by issues surrounding a reported investigation of one of Melly's attorneys, as well as issues with evidence that the case caused the delay on Friday. Melly is accused, along with his crew member YNW Portland, of killing Christopher YNW Juvie, Thomas Jr. and Anthony, which is YNW Sack Chaser Williams. Thomas and Williams were killed in October 2018. Portland drove the two crew members to the hospital in Mizmore, Florida, claiming that they were victims of a drive-by shooting. Within months, Melly and Portland had become suspects, and Melly turned himself in the following February. He has been in jail since. In addition to the criminal charges in the case, he faces civil suits from Sack Chaser and Juvie's family. Again, those civil suits, I'm going to say this, those are going to be probably on hold until they find out what's going to happen with this. Now, again, I'm always a big firm believer in innocent until proven guilty. I don't know what to think in this, but I do say that if he's been locked down for 8 years, at least while this stuff get pushed back, they gave Bortland, YNW Bortland, they gave him, and I think he's been locked up since then, but they gave him pretty much house arrest with very strict representation or strict rules. They could have did the same for Melly, but they're saying Melly is the gunman for whatever reason. You know what I mean? I don't know. Who knows? But I'm just saying this too. Honestly, if they this long, they could at least let him get bail. I don't think he would run anywhere because he turned himself in. He did everything that you're supposed to do for the law, and I'm not trying to take up for him and say who's right and who's wrong or what have you. But I'm saying this long, he could get bail, man. But at the same time, they're saying okay, cool. They're probably looking at me like, yo, you're crazy because at the end of the day, this is a murder. This is double murder. This isn't a accidental murder. This isn't one of those we don't know type of things. They obviously think he did it. But at the same time, you have to prove he did it. That doesn't mean he did it. You're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Now, if you're like me, you're like, well, if you're innocent until proven guilty, why the hell he got to stay behind there? That's just how the legal system is set up here in America. Says, you can get the full story of Melly's rise to the rap game and the murder case against him in the Complex podcast, Infamous, The Story of YNW Melly, hosted by Ace Hood. Man, I never seen this. I'm not going to play this joint. I didn't know they did their own joint. I may actually watch this when I get off live. Let me see if I can pull this joint to the side real quick. I'm not going to play the joint, but yeah, I didn't know they did a whole joint. Okay, so wow. They did a Infamous Story of YNW Melly, and this is in Spotify Studios. I wonder if it's wow, this is episode 5, so it's 5 episodes. I'm not going to play this joint because obviously you probably got to sign in for one to listen to this joint, but each one of them is an hour long. Well, we got 2 that's an hour, a little over an hour, then 21 minutes, 21 minutes, 21 minutes. I may check this out. I didn't know Ace Hood was doing something like this. This is crazy. I may have to check this out for sure. Interesting. If you guys have checked it out, let me know for sure. Let's see. Men with the Kick says free Tory Lanez. I'm gonna say this. That situation with Tory Lanez and Meg, all of them are pretty much, and of course the friend Kelsey and the bodyguard, all of them got some. It's a very unique situation. I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go and transition on to this Kodak Black story for like the last 10 minutes, and then we're gonna wrap things up for the night. Appreciate everybody for coming through and being active in the chat as well. And again, says Kodak Black faces $10.6 million lawsuit over 2022 Super Bowl party shooting. If he didn't do the shooting, I'm very curious how they're blaming him. It says the Z rapper attorney shut down the plaintiff's claim and said that he won't be receiving a thing. So pretty much Kodak Black probably ain't even tripping. Again, if Kodak Black's not the shooter, he couldn't predict the shooting, how are you going to sue him? You know? And then this goes to show you, this is living proof. You can sue anybody for any damn thing too. Keep that in mind. It says, Kodak Black is being sued over a shooting that took place in Los Angeles 3 years ago, which also left the rapper wounded himself. If I'm not mistaken, he got shot in the leg. You know what I'm saying? So, again, he's a victim as well. You know? The incident occurred outside of Justin Bieber's Super Bowl after party at the Nice Guy Restaurant/Lounge on February 12, 2022. Previously released video showed Kodak snapping pictures with fans before he was involved in a street brawl interrupted in gunfire. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they got any like graphic video on here. So let me see if this opens up, because this kind of came out. Now this is the original story that broke out in 2022. I'm gonna see if I can play this, but kind of like on mute, because I don't know. Let me see. I'll just see what's playing right here, see what's going on, and if it's too bad, I'll just kind of pause the joint. But yeah, this is, I think, the video right here from TMZ. Fair use, by the way. So we'll see if we can do this. This is from TMZ. Fair use. This is Kodak when he was taking pictures with fans and stuff before the shooting happened. So this just lets you know anything can happen at any moment's notice, dog. Anything. This was 2022. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Them boys got into it and started to shoot. Oh my God. Can we get a slow-mo repeat? Wow. That's crazy. All I know, it looked like Kodak was beating the brakes off somebody and they popped. But I'm guessing this person got popped too. Oh my God.
Hey, what happened?
I mean, what you mean what happened? Wow. How they was just chilling and the fight break out.
Hey, we right here.
That's a Ferrari. Well, I know where I'm not going, right? Okay. Not going to motherfucking, I'm not going to Cali. Not without, like, checking in. I guess that's what they really mean about that shit. Let me get back to the main story real quick. Kodak, real name Bill Cohen Capri, was among several people injured in the shooting alongside bystanders Mark Schaefer and Adam Rahman. It says, according to TMZ Hip Hop, Schaefer and Rahman are seeking $10.6 million in damages from Kodak's, arguing that he insinuated the violent altercation in which they were shot. The suit, and you could tell he was just chilling. He had none. I mean, Kodak, it may have been meant for Kodak, but I don't looks like he started it, but he definitely looked like he finished it. You know, but again, I don't know. But it says the suit originally named Bieber and the Nice Guys co-defendants. However, they were dismissed from the suit months after the complaint was filed. During the court hearing on Wednesday, August 6th, the plaintiff's attorney informed the court that Kodak was the only remaining defendant and should be found in default because he failed to respond to the complaint. The judge denied a default request and stated that Schaefer and Rahman did not provide significant proof of damages, medical bills. So again, they got to provide that. So they're probably going to get the lawsuit on them, but it don't mean it's going to stick. You know, they're probably going to be able to file it, but the judge wants to see what the hell happened. You can't, it's just like no difference. If I could file a lawsuit and I wasn't even there. So you got to have bills. What the hell happened? You know, the judge want a little bit more evidence, right? Which makes sense. The plaintiffs were given until August 25th to resubmit their request to the default damages. However, Kodak's attorney Bradford Cohen insisted that Schaefer and Raymond have no case or had no case. So, and I kind of agree with Kodak's lawyer on this one, but hell, I guess they look at it like this. It ain't no shame in trying. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Because some people will sue for anything and they're thinking that, and I'm not saying Kodak is that guy, but how many times we've seen it where people settle out of court just cause? Case in point, Shannon Sharp, he went on to settle the joint. He didn't fight it all the way. He went on to decide to pay. But now he's paying out the wazoo. So it's a gift and a curse when you settle too soon, Just FYI. Because if you settle for one, everybody, hell, this is my thing. If you going in there with nothing to begin with, and hell, even if they get just a few thousand out of you, that's a win for them. Usually with these cases, they want millions. If you look at this, say Kodak said, fuck it, I don't want to deal with the shit. What is going to pass away to go away? Pay him $10 million. I don't want to pay him $10 million. Tell me you give him $2 million. That's a win in their book. You know what I'm saying? Devon says people nowadays are lawsuit happy. Most definitely they are. We've seen that happen pretty much the whole, the Diddy case. You saw how many lawsuits, civil suits went behind that shit. Not saying it's not true, not real, or what have you, but you've seen that's a lot. It says at least Michael Urban fought his lawsuit. Exactly. A lot of people will fight it. Some people won't, Some people feel it's not worth the time. Sometimes when you fight, you may never know. Yeah. If you don't, but at the same time, some people just don't want to deal with the joint. I get it. If you look at Shannon Sharp, I feel like he just was like, whatever, dog. I got better fish to fry, this, and a third. But hell, when you settle like that, cool. It doesn't mean he pled guilty, this, and a third. But when he settled out of court, this is not true. But it could come across, right? Allegedly, it could come across where it's like, damn, dog. If you settling, you saying you at fault. You're not fighting it all the way. When really he's just like, yo, I'm tired of dealing with this shit. Manny says, Divine 100 salute. Says, we're not paying them a thing. It's us who are the victims of the legal assault by these two people. Cohen told TMZ the alleged Kodak initiated the altercation that led to the shooting. There is a video evidence that shows Kodak running to the scene of the fight to help people getting beat up from the gunfire starts. Kodak gets shot, so they're suing the man who got shot. I don't understand the lawsuit. Yeah, that's why I said I don't feel like it'll stick. Again, I don't know. Let's see. Devon says, what up, Manny? Fist palm and salute. It says, Kodak's lawyer also claimed his client was never properly served, which is why he never responded to the complaint, according to the Rolling. That's another thing, too. This is true. This actually has happened to me, too, where I ain't going to say I got out of it. I got a delay. One case where I wasn't properly served, and they were really aiming for, the max on me. And they were like, you know what? Even if I do, you guys didn't serve him. He doesn't know. How is he supposed, you know what I mean? It was a lot of things into it. It was even if I did, I'm not going to do, even if still, he's like, this is some BS. The judge knew it was some BS, but he also was pretty much letting me know, hey, figure it the fuck out before I have to. So, you know what I mean? I went on and did what I had to do. And, yeah. So, I pretty much from that, I said I wasn't coming back, bro. And I didn't ever go back, Says Kodak Black lawyer also claims that they were never properly served, which he has never responded to the complaint. According to the Rolling Stone, the plaintiffs made the least two attempts to serve Kodak with the legal documents. The first hired a private investigator to serve the lawsuit to Kodak's mom, and then tried to serve the documents to Kodak via mail. Cohen told the outlet that the mailing address in question for his house, Kodak does not own. Kodak has never been served with any lawsuit from California. He was never on notice of anything from California, Cohen told Rolling Stone. I find it unusual that they're attempting to sue the very person who was the most injured out of the individuals who got shot. The 2022 incident reported left Kodak with an upper leg gunshot wound. Schaefer was shot in the right ankle, and Rohrman was shot in his left shoulder. No arrests have been made in the connection with the shooting. That's how I go down in Cali, apparently, dog. They shoot, nobody gets arrested. This is my thing. This is why people that's like local there that's really about it like that, that's why they probably tell people like, hey, if you're not from here, don't come here. You know what I'm saying? Like, without, like me, right? And don't get caught in the wrong neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's no different when I first moved here. There's the touristy spot of the city, and there's the rough spot of the city. One spot you can look around and say you probably don't want to hang out there if you're not about it. You know what I'm saying? And just in general, they don't even care anymore now, man. So I say it's the same in LA. It's that city. It goes down. People say that you about gotta check in because it's think about it. It's all the way on the opposite side of the U.S. right? If you're born there, you already know how to move. But if you're not, and I'm not saying Kodak had to check in, but at the same time, clearly, if you don't make some type of connection, these boys will do what they got to do and know how the hell to get the hell out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? This happens all the time in cities. You know what I'm saying? Not just picking on LA, but just in general. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me go and wrap this thing up for the night. I've been on this joint for like an hour and 1 minute. This was definitely a good one, quick one, real quick. I covered the MF Doom lawsuit, the Temu joint. We did an update on Dame Dash and is he going to turn over the documents that he's supposed to in his lawsuit. We also covered an update real quick, a quick one on Meg Thee Stallion, pretty much of her suing pretty much the people that apparently said they spoke to Tory's father and deleted some messages from what I got from it. We got an update on YNW Melly. His trial has been pushed back to 2027. That sucks. Keep in mind he's been locked down for 8 years now, if I'm not mistaken. And then we did a quick update on Kodak Black's lawsuit, pretty much when he got shot in the leg in 2022, which is kind of weird to even be saying that, but that's just how the game go. But other than that, man, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for the night. I've been on this joint for an hour and 2 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love and being active in the chat. Really means a lot to the kid. Y'all definitely smash that like button, sub it to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial hauls, y'all know this is Music Monday. Sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it's free to sign up. Well, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, the sports section, the obviously music section. I'll be back live again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. But until then, smash the like button, sub up, and I am officially out this thing, man. Peace.
My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this guppies and purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. Yeah. broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember.